What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. Marriage, or the idea of being married. You have people out here that fantasize and dream for most of their lives about finding that right person to jump that broom with. Rather for the right reasons, to be forever bonded in holy matrimony because you truly love that individual and are okay with forever with them. Or for the wrong reasons, to show off a ring and have a big wedding just to say I'm married. Some people choose to say, nah, I'm good on going that route and committing to something that's serious because they know themselves. They would rather just date and keep their relationships simple. But for us that decide to take on a life partner, we all dream of living happily ever after. But you soon learn that's not real marriage. When you and another individual combine lives, finances, problems, trauma, it's like an everyday struggle to make things work. Get the bills paid, be on the same page about living, raising the kids, find time for yourself without neglecting your partner, plan for the future. I could go on and on. Some people think they can handle that type of pressure until you wake up every day in that situation and it becomes too much. Others try to be as serious as possible about their lifelong commitment. Talk, work things out no matter what's the issue, because it's for better or for worse. While some make it look easy, the perfect couple that seems unstoppable. But there's no handbook to marriage and definitely no handbook to dealing with people. And when some snap, even if it's your wife or husband, the outcome could be fatal. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Fayetteville, Georgia to discuss the recent case of a man who snapped and confessed to slaying his wife after a wild night. 39-year-old Carrie Harden and 39-year-old Kenneth Harden Jr. had made a beautiful life for themselves in Georgia. With Carrie being a registered nurse and Kenneth also grinding, the two purchased a beautiful home that looked like a mansion, over 7,000 square feet in a nice neighborhood in Fayette County, to raise their sons. The two were husband and wife and shared 2 elementary-age boys together. They often traveled, took family photos, and looked on the outside looking in as a power couple living the American dream. That's why when Kenneth's father got a call from his son telling him he bought him a plane ticket to come to town ASAP, he wondered what could the problem be. On August 20th of this year, he flew in and met Kenneth at a local bank. What his son said next would shock the man. He told his father he was signing over all his finances to him so he could take care of the boys and any other responsibilities because he had snapped and took the life of Carrie and was thinking about taking himself out or going on a run. Shocked about the conversation, his father asked for more information, but Kenneth left. Pops decided he would go to the home and investigate what was going on for himself. When he pulled up to the house on Maryland Court, he decided instead to call local police to report what his son had just told him. They responded to the location, and before entering the house, they asked were the kids safe. They found out the boys had been at school, and neither one of them had seen their mother in the last 2 days. Upon entering the home, police noticed cleaning products and what seemed to be blood on the floor. They also found a big gun collection that Kenneth had, a room that also showed the couple had cameras all over the property that showed every inch of the house. Police quickly realized Kenneth could be somewhere logged into the system, watching their every move and listening to what they had going on. So they decided to take the investigation outside. Convinced the crime had taken place, they called in for the cadaver dogs to see if they could find and locate Carrie. Not long after arriving, they got a hit on what seemed to be a shallow grave with a body in it, partially burnt. It seemed the person had been shot. Unfortunately, the claims Kenneth was making was true. The person they found was in fact his wife, 39-year-old Carrie Harden. As police went through the neighborhood to speak to neighbors, no one said they heard anything. One person spoke on how nice the couple was and how Kenneth had fireworks shows recently for the kids in the neighborhood, and he couldn't believe what was happening. As no one saw the situation coming, the couple seemed successful and happy. Police in the area got on high alert. Considered a safe zone, they wanted to keep the community at ease and find Kenneth as soon as possible. But he was already in the wind with a big head start. After giving up all his finances, including bank cards, the only way police could attempt to locate the man was through tag reader technology, state to state, to locate his vehicle. They quickly got a hit. Kenneth was hiding out at a hotel in Covington, Louisiana, where his car had been spotted. Local police in that area were told Kenneth could be armed and dangerous, so they proceeded with caution. They got a SWAT team together and headed to the location. They caught Kenneth coming out of the room, and he was quickly taken into custody. He had multiple guns in the car and told police he was thinking about ending it all himself or by having a shootout with police, but they caught him unarmed, leaving the room. When Kenneth finally went in for questioning, detectives stated it seemed like it was heavy on his heart and he couldn't wait to talk. He claimed in the late hours of Monday, August 19th, going into the 20th, him and his wife was at home drinking heavily. He stated they was talking and had a conversation before it quickly turned into an argument. Kenneth alleged she got aggressive and he was in fear because there was a lot of guns in the house. He stated he tried to calm her down before then shooting her. Once he realized what he did, he claimed he panicked and tried to hide her body. Once he sobered up and came to his senses and realized there was no way he could get away with it, he called his father to tell him and to take over his finances. Kenneth never stated what the argument was about, just a domestic dispute. He was extradited back to Georgia and with his confession, charged with the slaying of his wife. Their 2 sons are in the custody of family members. Rest in peace to Carrie. I send my prayers and condolences to her family. Definitely her 2 sons, who are both young and lost their mother and now their father. On her social media and LinkedIn, it showed she lived in Missouri originally and claimed that's where she was from. I'm not sure if her and Kenneth relocated to Georgia, but it seemed like the 2 were a power couple. Nice home in a safe community, good career with their sons going to a good school. The American dream. I wonder what happened to make Kenneth snap like that and take his wife's life. Again, rest in peace to Carrie. Whatever the situation was, it wasn't worth him leaving his sons out here to grow up without their mother and father. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this situation. And remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, it's a messed up situation all around the board. This a little late disclaimer I wanted to say to all the fam out there and the people subscribed to the channel. When we do these stories, for most of y'all that been tuned in, y'all already know the reasons. But we not saying we better than none of these people. We saying we all think like these people. We all got evil in us. We all one step away from making a bad decision that could put us in a messed up situation or cause us to do something to somebody to end their life. It's all about being conscious and trying to be on point out here. We all one step away from a jail cell or a grave. So it's not to look down or criticize nobody's situation or say nobody is better than nobody. It's about being aware. And if these cautionary tales can help the next person from doing something like this, that's what these stories are about. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comments. I ain't gonna talk too much more about it. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.